Who we gonna get in here first? Who we got coming in first in the door?
Oh, yeah.
Who we got coming in first?
Kick in the door. Oh, that shit. Hey.
Who we got in here first? Come on in the door. Who is waving that 4-4?
I'm trying to set this shit.
How you feel this morning? It's another Friday. It's 1 week of Bears and Bubbles down in the books. Back
Yeah.
stronger than ever. Doing it like we always doing it.
We back in there.
For the people.
We back in there. We back in there. Oh. I know you like that. I like it. I like that. I like that we back. Hey. Mm-hmm.
How y'all feeling this morning, man? I don't see where nobody came in and showing 4 people, but I don't see nobody made a comment yet. Hey, it is what it is. We gonna get on with the show.
I see you got it up on Facebook, but the link ain't popped up yet on my end.
His wife, you couldn't tell her nothing.
Yeah, I got it up on everything. Nefertiti, number 1, good morning, sugars.
Good morning. Welcome forward. Welcome forward. To a new day, a new way, to a new you. If you want it, boo.
I've been living, I've been dead, I've had shackles on my legs. Taquana McMahons, what's up, sister?
I've been dead, and I've had shackles on my legs. I've been living, and I've been dead. I've had shackles on my legs.
Oh, that's the one with she got the show.
Which one?
Taquana McMims. What's the name of your show?
McMims. Hey, Tiffany.
Hey.
Trey Prue.
Hey. Yeah, you know what I say. You get to Bears and Bubbles every day.
What's up, family?
Okay.
Welcome to a new day of Bears and Bubbles. We're looking at the first 5 in here. Something going on with the conversation this morning. It's only maybe people just ain't speaking, but we're going to check the first 5 out. The first 5, we got Nefertiti, Taquana McMims. We got Tiffany, Trey Prue, and Veronica Gathers. That's the first 5. So whoever come in at number 6, it's gonna be your job. The next person to speak is gonna be your job to wrap the lesson.
Oh, you should have done all these girls. We're gonna see you.
In your own way. Like I said, it ain't no big deal. You wrap the lesson up your own way. And let's go ahead and get started, man. Today, I got a great message, but start off with the recap from yesterday. What did we talk about yesterday, Chris?
The recap was inside or outside. Happiness versus satisfaction. Do you need things to happen so that you can feel good on the outside, or are you satisfied with feeling great on the inside? Satisfaction is intrinsic, right? Yeah, and so we should want the things that make us just feel good on the inside. Remember, feelings is abstract, right? So showing thyself approved, staying to your routine, all these things that'll help you on the inside, and they'll shine through to the outside. And what's so funny? I was thinking about when he talked about the happiness requires happiness. It requires happiness from that pink world out there. Now, although if you're a seasoned Bears and Bubbles follower, you should be prepared to go back in the world. That's what he is showing us to do now. However, when you need happenings to make you happy, you're relying on the pink, the spirits to make you feel abstractly marvelous, right? But it could also make you feel very down low and in Debbie land. So, yes, great message.
Good
if you
recap.
didn't get it.
I'm gonna go ahead and get into today's message, y'all. I have a meeting to go to, so class is gonna be faster than normal. I always say that, and then when I get to the board, I take a longer time. But today's topic of today's message is guilt versus shame. Guilt versus shame. The question I have for you guys: would you rather be guilty or shame? What about you, Chris? Guilty or shame? So you guys type that up there. Would you rather feel guilt or shame? Which one?
I feel like shame because guilt is like somebody looking at me being guilty. Shame would be more about, I think, what I would feel on the inside.
All right. Rodney says he would rather feel guilty. Let's see what the people say. Guilt and shame. I'd rather feel guilty.
Okay.
I'd rather feel guilty. You said it, but you said the exact opposite.
Okay.
Let me just go ahead and get to the board because I got to get this message going.
Okay.
Trey Proof says she'd rather feel guilt. Veronica says guilt. So some people we're going to discuss the definitions of these words real quick and go ahead and get this thing popping.
Okay.
That always say that. What's popping in the population?
Yes,
Somebody
sir.
always say that. Guilt. Let's get it going.
Get in it.
Let's get this message going today.
Let's get this party started, right?
What is guilt? Guilt. You're guilty. Guilt is you. Either you're guilty or you're not guilty. Just that simple. Shame is what other people do.
Okay.
So I'd rather feel guilt than shame because that means I'm doing it to myself.
Okay.
I don't give a fuck about what the other people think.
Okay.
Get the message. Guilt is a feeling you get when you did something wrong or perceive you did something wrong. Guilt is the feeling you get when you did something wrong or perceived you did something wrong. That's about you and yourself and no one else.
Okay.
You can be guilty in the room by yourself and nobody know it. It takes some people to be present for you to be ashamed or some people for someone to shame you. Shame is a painful feeling of humiliation. There you go again, a feeling of humiliation or distress caused by consciousness. So what are you saying, Javon? Another definition for shame is feeling that your whole self is wrong and must be related to a specific behavior or event.
Okay.
Shame is related to a behavior or event. You can feel guilt by yourself in a room. Let me tell you 2 quick stories to get into the message so you can understand what I'm saying. Remember I said yesterday I wasn't going to drink? I didn't drink yesterday. And I put my foot down and didn't drink yesterday. And ironically, I forgot. Me and my boys play Monopoly on Thursdays and Fridays, but we had to push the game to Thursday this month. So we had a Monopoly game yesterday. Man, what a day to decide not to drink. Now, the way we play Monopoly is 6 of us. Everybody put in $100, and we play this shit all night until somebody wins. And whoever wins, they get their $600. So it's a real game. It's a fun game, and we sit around, smoke reefer, and we drink like a motherfucker. But I had told myself I wasn't going to drink yesterday evening. Why? Because I wanted to satisfy myself. I wanted to satisfy myself by not drinking yesterday evening. Guess what happened? I go over to my friend's house. These are my friends, my homies, my tight men. 6 grown-ass men playing Monopoly together. You know we friends. You know we friends. So I get over there, and they get to pouring up shots, and I said, I ain't drinking nothing tonight. Instantly tried to shame me. Instantly. Now, I'm a friend. I ain't drinking tonight. Why, nigga? You an alcoholic? Nah, man, I've been drinking a lot lately, working in the studio, and I'm finishing up in the album. I really only drink when I'm doing my music, so I ain't drinking tonight. I done made it clear. Everybody come in the house. Bro, what you done got saved again? Nah, I just ain't drinking tonight. Man, you pussy ass, you fucking the party up. Really what they saying is they can't be satisfied from their inside knowing that their friend is here, enjoying the game. They ain't gonna be happy until I take a drink. Think about this. My friends, I could have an alcoholism problem. My friends are telling me, take a drink. convincing me to drink, trying to shame me to drink. And that's what made me come up with this lesson. I felt it right then. I said, damn, these niggas almost peer pressure me. Fuck it, I'm gonna have me a drink. And then my true blue said, this is the feeling you want. Guilt from myself.
Okay.
Going against what I said I was or was not gonna do. I almost let these boys shame me into taking a drink. Where's the shame coming from? From the pink.
Okay.
The guilt is coming from the inner you.
Mm-hmm.
You get it?
Mm-hmm.
Nobody needs to know what you've done and you can feel guilty. It's shit that you feel guilty about that don't nobody know but you and the Lord. And you still feel guilty about it. That shame don't come until somebody come and start watching. Now I sat there and like I said, just me being their friend, being there, having a good time, they should have been satisfied. But they won't be happy till I take a drink. Every time they take a drink, oh, bitch, Javon ain't drinking. He ain't drinking. Really what they saying is, you're not the me. I'm not the me in their memory. I'm not the guy that they wanted there.
Mm-hmm.
The new personality, it's just been one day. The new personality, the new personal reality, my life wasn't drinking yesterday. And they did not like that guy. And I was still partying and having fun, but they don't like sober grub. Wow. That thing hit me last night, man. That thing touched me. They don't like sober grub. I'm so glad that my inner me would have felt worse about drinking than the shame they had on me. Get into the message, bro. I remember, I'll never forget, I was in high school. It was this girl. She was a cheerleader. She ran track and she played basketball. Fine girl. Everybody said she was a virgin. I never believed that because I had finger popped her on the bus and there wasn't no blood on my finger. So long story short, I fucked her. And this is when I learned, keep your mouth shut. What's that sound? Okay, that's the TV. Mm-hmm. This is when I learned, keep your mouth shut when you deal with women. I fucked her, told one of my homeboys, he went back and put the word out. She came back to school the very next day. We had this thing called homeroom advisory period at first and second period. Then in between was like a 30-minute advisory period. And black people used to hang out at this one spot. White people hung out at one spot. And we all used to just chill. And she walked up to me. She said, you told such and such we had sex. Slap the fuck out of me. Right there in front of everybody. And her mama was the assistant principal at the school, so I couldn't do nothing. But instantly, do y'all think I felt guilt or shame? When that girl slapped me for spilling the beans, do you think I felt guilt or shame? She slapped me in front of everybody. I want them to answer. What would you think I felt, Chris? Guilt or shame?
Shame.
Nope, guilt. Because I was happy the world knew I had fucked her. She didn't say, you lied and said we fucked. She said, you told everybody you fucked me and we had sex. Slap, so she didn't deny it.
Okay.
She was fine. I felt guilty because I had did the cardinal thing, had fucked and told.
Okay.
That had nothing to do with that slap. My friends would come up to me and try to shame me. Oh, such and such slapped the shit out of you for telling me. Da, 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 da. And I was like, at least I fucked her. So I was not shamed at all. I was guilty. Can we start living in guilt? They try to make us think guilt is such a bad thing. And guess what they say? Don't shame nobody. So what we're saying is we shouldn't feel any way about what we do. My true blue was so guilty that I had told. I didn't care about the shame of being discovered. What are you trying to say, Javon? How about stop showing everybody and posting to everybody what you gonna do? Because sometimes you feel ashamed when you don't do it. But you can live with your own self for not doing what you say you're gonna do. Ain't that some shit?
Okay.
You can live with your own self when you know in your heart of heart what you should do, but you don't want nobody else to feel that. You get it?
Mm-hmm.
You can live with your own self, not meeting your goals, not sticking to your routine. You can live with that. But if you get up and say, girl, I'm going to do the 10-day push-up challenge. Nigga, I'm going to do this. I'm going to do that. If you don't do it 10 days, I done seen somebody spray water on them and act like they had went to because they were felt ashamed. They cared about what I thought and didn't care about what they on the internet.
Mm-hmm.
What are you saying, Javon? It's easy to float on green because everything you do, you wanted to do.
Okay.
You wanted to do it. You didn't accidentally. Your true blue wanted to do that. Your true blue wanted to do that. And you didn't feel guilty because you wanted to do it.
Okay.
And you can float high heaven when I'm accountable for my thoughts. But the second somebody find out about it and shame you, it drops you down. How could the very thing you wanted to do make you feel bad just because somebody found out about it? You must care about people. I remember a situation where one of the partners fucked one of the homeless old lady, and he had been fucking her for a while. And then the crew found out about it. And he cried and, man, fight me, shoot me. And he trying to get back friends. And everybody just kind of banned him for the crew because we was all real tight. And he just, I said, man, you ain't guilty. You ashamed. Because if you'd have felt guilty, you'd have fucked my boy's wife and then you'd have came to him and said, hey, bro, I made a mistake. See, we only shame when we get exposed.
Okay.
See, guilt don't have nothing to do with exposure.
Okay.
You shame when you get exposed. Some of us operate in shame more than we operate in guilt. And shame is pink.
That's what I was just
Shame is going to make you pink. Say what?
I was just gonna ask you, was guilt green or just high on the pink pole?
Well, guilt is you.
I know
guilt is blue.
So it's blue.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's blue.
Okay.
It's the true you telling you.
Okay.
It's the true you. Guilt is your inner you telling you, hey man, you finna sit here and go back on your routine and drink with these boys today because they shaming you. Now, what weighs more than you? Guilt in your own self, doing what you say you're going to say to yourself that nobody knows about, or just drinking, fucking up your day for these people.
Mm-hmm.
I done had streaks of not smoking reefer and trying to quit, and then a month without go by, one of the homeboys stopped by, I fucked my whole streak up for it. I'll never forget, I had got hooked on Black and Miles at one time. Nobody never knew it because I was ashamed. Because I always thought a motherfucker smoking a cigarette or a black. My granddad used to call it the devil's toothpick. You know how a nigga walk around with a toothpick in his mouth? My granddaddy said a nigga with a cigar, it's like the devil's toothpick. So I was always ashamed. I had partners that would walk around with a black behind their ear or a black in their pocket or blunt. I was ashamed for people to see me smoke and drink in public. I wasn't guilty about it because I would do it. Mm-hmm. But I was ashamed. And I never forget when I was in church, I would stop at the church and get me a 6-pack and a black. And I didn't want nobody to see me. So when I would walk in the store, I would be so ashamed, I would be looking around at the cars at the store. That car looked like a church person. Let me go to it. How the fuck do you judge a church person's car?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I don't want to go in here and get caught buying no black, and all them church people know because I used to be security for the pastor. So I don't want nobody to see me smoking no black. Mm-hmm. I was ashamed. Then it got to the point where I ain't never been hooked on nothing. I got so hooked on Black and Mild Jazz. Every time I try to quit them motherfuckers, I would go through withdrawals. And I felt so bad and guilty on the inside. But guess what? I would not buy the black at this store because I'm ashamed of church folks, but then go home and smoke this motherfucker and don't let my guilt. My true blue saying, nigga, you smoking these blacks, you wake up in the morning, you're coughing, you're spitting out brown flame in the sink. Stop it. Somebody said one black is like 20 cigarettes. Stop it, my true blue. Stop it, stop it, stop it, stop it. Why you don't listen to me? Why will you put this shit down when somebody walk by? Why you won't put it down? Because I'm telling you, you're killing yourself. Mm-hmm. Why won't you put it down? Why won't you put it down? It's people do it all the time. I used to see situations where I would get in the car with my ex after she had got pregnant. She had gained a lot of weight. She had a miscarriage, a couple of miscarriages. So I thought she was guilt-eating. Not guilt-eating, but eating for depression. And she would come home and she would have us something to eat and stop and get something to eat. And there were times I would go out in the car and she had already murdered a goddamn Chinaman. God damn. You came in the house, you murdered a Chinaman on the way home. She murdered a Mexican burrito, a McDonald's boy on the way home. Come in the house and eat with me. Now, she was ashamed that she was eating so much, but the guilt on the inside didn't tell her that.
Mm-hmm.
We need to start working and listening to True Blue instead of listening to go check on her, instead of listening to our pink. We do it all the time. We do it all the time. It don't matter to somebody see it. It don't matter to somebody see it. What you mean you sorry? You done that shit. Ain't nobody make you sleep with that woman. Ain't nobody make you take that money. Ain't nobody make you tell that lie. You are not sorry. You ashamed. And you should let guilt, your inner you, supersede fucking shame. You can float on green. You can float on green when you know every bear or every manifestation that you face. You're like, hey, I thought it. I'm guilty. I'm the one that thought of it. I'm the one that thought of it. I'm guilty. But the second somebody can say something to you about something from your past or something they know about you and shame you, how you gonna be happy? How can you be satisfied with yourself? See, yesterday and even today, I was so fucking satisfied. Whew. I stuck to my guns and didn't drink with my homies. That shit had me on 10. Them niggas was saying, Grub, I was in there laughing. I still smoke, but I was laughing, doing like I normally do. And they were like, man, how you so like this and you ain't drinking? I said, I'm satisfied. Man, you keep saying that I'm satisfied shit. I had to keep saying it out loud so I can remind myself. Because drinking looks so fun when you're not the one that's not drinking. God damn it. Look like ice on the edge of the bottle or some shit. But I felt so good. I'm tired of people changing their mind and how they feel or think, act. Remember, what's your personality? How you think act, and feel.
Mm-hmm.
Changing your personality because of shame. Yep. What do you mean, Javon? Most folks are led by shame instead of guilt. Yep. Watch this.
Wow.
Shame will have everyone with the same personality. Step off for a second. Shame. Because how we think, act, and feel is our personality. That's the person we put out into the world. Mm-hmm. And I got a saying, I call it SMART. Social media as response. You ever notice how all our women look exactly the same? You're just the same on your skin. You're just the same on your eyebrows. You're just the same on your eyelashes. You're just the same on your body. So everybody built like a linebacker with a Spanx. Everybody got baby hair. You're just the same. You're just ashamed. The guilt should tell you, stop pulling your hair out. The guilt should tell you, girl, you have a daughter that's doing the same thing early. Mm-hmm. The guilt should tell you, but now you're just ashamed. Mm-hmm. You ever notice black men go out and buy everything that little boys buy? We dress, act, walk, talk, our personalities like the kids. Shame will have everybody dressing alike. Mm-hmm. Shame will have motherfuckers selling dope and fighting and robbing what? For sneakers. Wow. Oh, good God. What you mean, Javon? You said my shame can drive me to do something that I should feel guilty about and I don't even feel guilty about it? Yeah. Wow. Shame because you want money or you don't have what everybody else got will drive you to knocking an old lady in the head and you don't feel guilty about it at all. Good God Almighty. Shame is a mean-ass motivator. People don't care until they get seen. People don't care until they get caught. So stop acting like your life is so bad. You done it. And then when you got exposed, the shame, the guilt from within should overweigh the shame. If not, it won't make me shame. Catch me doing something. If I don't feel guilty about it, I won't feel shame about it. Now, if I feel guilty about it and you find out, man, I duck my head. Something like getting some pussy. Hey, man, I heard Javon fuck one of the women in class. That's fucked up. Man, I ain't ashamed of that shit, man. There's no guilt about this grown-ass woman. Just partaking. That was like a cash app. She gave me some pussy. You know what I'm saying? I'm serious. I've had men say to me, and I don't be fucking women like that, but I've had men say to me, man, you know all these women like you be knocking them off, don't you? No, bro. No. If I was fucking women from class like that or just on Facebook, somebody would have been exposed me by now. If I was a dirty nigga, if my detox didn't work, somebody would have been exposed me by now. My page open. Somebody would have made a video about me. My shit don't work. Somebody would have made a video about me. So I don't feel guilty about things that I do. I feel guilty about things that I say I'm going to do and don't do. What do you mean, Javon? Well, if I choose to do it, my true blue wanted to do it. Mm-hmm. And I had a ball doing it. Oh, Ric Flair. So when you catch me, I'm not going to feel ashamed about it because I had a ball doing it. You're essentially letting other people make you feel in Debbie land about the shit that you like. Literally. We will do something out of shame and then turn around and expect other people to feel guilty for checking us on it. You have to check people in your life, like with my family member that called me and said, I'm going to send you some Tuesday and didn't do it. Mm-hmm. Now, when I hit her up about it, the fact that she didn't do it made her feel ashamed. No, bitch, you guilty in your heart because you know you shouldn't have done me like that. Call me and tell me you're going to give me some money and know you ain't fucking got it. Mm-hmm. Shame will have everybody walk, talking, acting, and looking the same. Yeah. I don't want to be the one that says anything. I don't want to be the one to not have what everybody else have. We hear the outer voices way more than we hear the inner voices. That shame be on your ass. You know why a lot of people don't go to the gym? Shame. Yeah. Get up every day, want to go to the gym, but they feel so fucking bad about what? I'm going to be on there on the treadmill. I ain't strong. Wow. I'm starting here. I got to start from the bottom. You know what I'm saying? It's like, just go. The gym is for fat people, and it's a gym. I know there have been times that I didn't lift weights at the gym because I went in there, big nigga, 6'6", played football in college. There's some niggas in there lifting, and they benching 300 and squatting 400, and I'm like, I ain't finna lift that much. And they're like, big man, you want to work here with us? Nah, I'm good. Then I go over there and start fucking with the 20-pound curlers. I look up, they laughing at me. I done felt ashamed as a big man in the gym. And then said, fuck it. I ain't gonna lift today because all these strong niggas in there. You know the niggas that be grunting at the gym. I ain't gonna go over here to the weight section because all these strong niggas in here. Shame because of them. And then go over here and do some cardio and shit. And when I leave the gym, my true blue says, now don't you feel guilty? Don't you feel bad about yourself that you went to the gym to lift weights? And you let these other motherfuckers in here that don't know you, who ain't really studying you, shame you. No, you feel guilty of who you are. Damn, fuck me up. I said, damn, I thought I was a real G. I would have never thought I could go in the gym and not work out because motherfuckers in there stronger than me. Mm-hmm. It happens all the time. Mm-hmm. In every situation. Look at how we dress. Shame will keep you out of the gym. Mm-hmm. Shame will keep you off a job that you need. Mm-hmm. I know people all the time, homeboys, that got felonies. Man, I don't want to work here. I don't want to work here. Oh, so you just ashamed. Yeah. So the guilt of living with your mama, not paying any bills, the guilt or shame, the guilt associated with just begging and stealing and robbing, that don't overweigh your shame. Hot told me when he got out of jail, he worked at Chick-fil-A. Imagine how that feels. Being a cool guy in high school, whatever, and you at the mall working at Chick-fil-A. But he know he had a daughter to take care of. So he won't gonna let that shame him. Because not paying his daughter some money will make him feel worse than working at Chick-fil-A. Good God Almighty.
Boy, yes.
You see niggas do it all the time. That shame. Woo-wee. That shame, boy. Shame will have a man not show up on a holiday because he ain't got nothing to give his kid.
Man, you better tell him.
Yes. And he don't feel the guilt of not seeing your child. That'll eat at him. That's why niggas that can't see their kids and don't see their kids, they low life forever. You think about it.
Yeah.
That's why women who do certain, they down here forever. They down here forever. How can you be satisfied, smile, or be in green when you walk around guilty all the fucking time? And what do guilty people do?
Blame people. Yep, blame.
Man, you ain't seen your child in how long? That's why you sip that lean. That's why you on them Perkins so hard. That's why you moving from house to house, to woman to woman. Man, you can't feel good in the inside. Your inside, you can't have no satisfaction. I know, I tell niggas, man, go see your child. Man, you know how it is. Christmas, I ain't got nothing, I'm gonna feel the same. Your child just wants to see you, bro. You don't feel guilty? Some on the inside of you don't fuck with you? That you didn't show up Christmas or birthday or holiday? Oh, it does fuck with you. But showing up at Christmas or out of a present fuck with you more. Oh. So you got to feel like this. You will not show up. I know men that won't buy their child sneakers unless it's some expensive shit. I said, man, go get your daughter a couple of pair of shoes, man. Get your son a couple of pair of shoes, go buy that. Get a couple of toys from the dollar store. Man, what do you mean? That's a child, bro.
Yeah.
That child like Bugs Bunny. That child like Mickey Mouse. That child favorite motherfucking character is Spider-Man. Go get that boy some Spider-Man shoes. But he's ashamed that his baby mama gonna say, you bought some damn Spider-Man shoes? Well, deal with that shame. Let her talk about you. Let her say on Facebook, this nigga showed up with some Spider-Man shoes. Deal with that shame. But guess what? When you deal with the shame, you remove the inner what? Guilt. So you can walk around, hold your hand up high. Go on the page and tag it. You goddamn right, I bought my son some goddamn Spider-Man shoes. That's what he liked, and I ain't had no motherfucking money to buy nothing else. I guarantee you that shit'll have you bubbled up. I guarantee you'll feel up here if you live in your motherfucking guilt. Let your guilt talk to you, your blue dot. Let that tell you what to do and what not to do. Don't let this motherfucking pink. If you don't do, I know motherfuckers that do to not feel ashamed. You ever seen somebody do that? Y'all done did that. Help somebody you ain't want to help because they gonna shame you or tell if you don't, make you feel bad. Y'all done seen that. And then you be sitting in the car, guilty as a motherfucker. Why the fuck could I help this bitch move? I get over here, she ain't got nothing packed. She got some big ass lawn trash bags, the heavy duties, and she putting everything out the fucking kitchen drawers in them bags. And it's just like, oh man, why I do this to myself? I don't want to be here helping her move.
Yeah.
But I'm just ashamed to tell her no. You have to understand, shame and guilt go hand in hand. Because if you by your motherfucking self, you good. Soon as you expose, here comes the shame. But that don't erase what you did. That's what you like to do. Your personality, your personal reality at the time, that's what you wanted to do. Fuck it, I did it. That's why I love homeless people and crackheads. They don't give a fuck. They don't give a fuck. It's a homeless guy. You seen the black guy, and he don't got no shame. That motherfucker be walking up and down the road. Most people just stand in one spot. He'll walk by your car with his sign and just look at you. And I'm like, motherfucker, you trying to what me?
Shame.
Mm-mm.
Oh, guilt you into not giving your
There you
identity.
go. He trying to guilt me because he ain't got no shame. Watch this.
Yeah,
A motherfucker
yeah,
ain't got no shame.
yeah.
I'll guilt your ass in a minute. He ain't got no shame. He just, everybody else just be like, yeah.
He hoping your blue fuck with you.
He like, brother, I'm hungry, brother. Ex-military vet. Hey, bro, guess what? The fact that you don't have any shame, baby, it's not gonna guilt me into giving your motherfucker.
Yeah, okay.
I give who I want to give. It don't got nothing to do with your facial expression. It's motherfuckers out here that won't get their life started because they're ashamed. First job, just get a job somewhere, bro. Get some work history. Sit down and ask somebody, show me how to write a resume, man. Show me how to write a resume. Ask for help. We too ashamed, so ashamed. And then we go home and be guilty. I seen this woman on this thing. She said, I ain't calling my baby daddy for no help. Regardless. I ain't calling my baby for no help. I don't care if I'm on the side of the road down. I ain't calling for no help. Wow. So you're ashamed to call your baby daddy for help, but you're not ashamed that that's your baby daddy. You're ashamed to go down to the school and pick your son up because your baby mama 400 pounds, but you ain't ashamed that that's your baby mama. That shit is crazy to me. That shit is crazy to me. And then when you don't do right, you walk around with this constant blue in you saying, you're not a good father. You ain't shit nigga. So it makes you feel so guilty. So you go out and do other stuff. That's what you really know we do. Y'all know that, right? We do other stuff to bubble us up out of shame land. You get it? But that's just Craig Mama and yourself. Y'all new people, Craig Mama and yourself is when fucking Craig Mama on Friday say, hey, Miss Parker. She said, hey, girl. She said, call me. She said, okay. The way she said, okay, that bitch knew good goddamn well she wasn't gonna call and Miss Parker knew she wasn't gonna call her. It's tricking your own inner self. You gotta be mentally ill to your true blue tell you and making you feel guilty and you telling yourself you don't feel guilty. I know for a fact if I'd have drunk at that party last night, my day wouldn't have been good. My day would not have been good. And I stayed out a little bit later, so when I got up this morning, I said, dang. I stayed out about 4:30 actually. So as you can see, I'm not the same up here, but I'm doing my job. I stayed out about 4:30, and then I lay down, and I get up at 4:44. You know what I'm saying? My alarm went off. Some said, you've been out. You're still going to teach the class. Get up at 8. Class start at 9. You can get your lesson done in an hour. Just get you some sleep. You deserve it. Them motherfuckers out there don't know. They ain't up this early for you. Da-da-da-da-da. And that inner me said, hey, man, you know you got a routine. You know at 4:44 you get up and do 25 push-ups. Then you meditate. Then you have your tea. Then you write. What you doing? You're talking. You're the routine talker, motherfucker. That guilt started fucking with me. Now watch this. Ain't nobody in this class would have known I didn't get up. Nobody in this class wouldn't have known I didn't do my 150 push-ups. With nobody in this class. So the shame won't affect them. Shame won't affect it all. The inner me. Hey, didn't you just tell people to set a routine as small as you want it to be and stick to that and don't negotiate? Yes, self, I just did that. Well, how the fuck are you sitting here finna do that? And then my inner me said, and guess what? You're the teacher. So whether we believe in frequency and vibration and all that shit, if I'm up here lying, that shit not gonna work. See, Bears and Bubbles works and changes your life because I'm not lying. You fucking know I'm telling the truth. You believe me because you've seen my life. I haven't been ashamed. No one ain't been making me feel guilty. So I've been showing y'all the man I am. I've cried when I needed to cry. I've changed my mind when I need to change my mind. Y'all ever notice church people life don't change? Because the pastor lied. It's just as simple. Church people's life don't change and they be the same because the pastor is fucking up their mind. If the leader is lying, if the leader is not legit, that shit ain't gonna work.
Mm-hmm.
If people didn't know I was legit, they'll say, man, that nigga up here talking for a cash app. Fuck that shit. I ain't looking at this motherfucking shit. This shit work because I'm transparent and I'm telling the truth and I don't have no shame in it. But back to this morning. Boy, when you talk about a goddamn debate between the pink and the fucking blue, and guess who was in the middle? My body. The tired nigga that was up all last night. The body is going to be the happy motherfucker to do the push-ups. Y'all notice the Bible said the spirit and the flesh, the mind are at war. You see what I'm saying? So while my blue is telling me, get your ass up, do your routine, stick to your fucking guns, my pink is saying, nobody's going to know, you won't be ashamed, get you some fucking rest. And my body is saying, the ego yellow me is saying, I don't want to do them fucking push-ups. Mm-hmm. So it's 2 against 1. Whether you know it or not, it's always 2 against 1. Either your ego and your super ego gonna team up against your blue, or what happened this morning, my guilt, my true blue, and my body teamed up and we kicked Pink's ass. I did the push-ups. Mm-hmm. We teamed up. It's always 2 on 1. I got in my soul, in my true blue, and I said, fuck it. But guess what made me do it? Yes. I laid there back and forth so long that the back and forth started making me miserable. I said, man, get the fuck up. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. It's like you do every morning when you get up. You might have to get up at 6:45. You set your alarm for 6:20. You hit snooze 3 times. What do you think is going on in your mind when you hit snooze? I don't want to get up. Today gonna be hard. Today is gonna be long. Mm-hmm. Ray gonna be trying to fuck me at the office today. What do you think is going on in your mind? If somebody called you before your alarm, if your alarm go off at 6 o'clock and a motherfucker called you at 5:03, your son's been in an accident, motherfucker hop up right there. Because that's important. Oh, what you mean, Javon? Hearing your son or your child is in danger is important to you. Mm-hmm. If somebody call you, you get up at 6 and somebody call you at 3 a.m., you won the lottery or I won the lottery, you'll get up because that's important to you. Mm-hmm. So what you mean? You got your alarm set for 6 o'clock. Is your day important to you? Is your routine important to you? Mm-hmm. Is the fact that you set your day and your day is mapped out by your thoughts important to you? Mm-hmm. Is it important to you? Yeah. If you hit snooze button, you can fuck the day up already. I promise. I've been saying this forever. What do you think you're laying there? Okay, 6:15, 6 o'clock, snooze. Then 6:15. Why didn't you get up this time? Snooze again. 6:40, snooze again. What's happening? What's happening? What's happening? You're talking your fucking whole day down. Mm-hmm. And ain't nobody there. Mm-hmm. You know you said, damn, I told myself I should get up. But guess what? Guilt don't bother me like shame. I like to listen to the pink. I like to listen to the world. You know people care more about the world than they say. Exactly. We do. Laying there. I told myself I was going to start walking a mile every day when I get up. But hell, don't nobody know. Don't nobody know. So guess what? Fuck it. And then you feel guilty about what you didn't do. It happens all the time. You ever notice when a man break up with a fine woman, he go wife a plain Jane? And women say, what the fuck, he ended up with that bitch for? She ain't fine as his other woman. That's because he picked his other bitch out of shame. He wanted the best bitch he could have. He picked the weed, the da-da-da-da-da. He didn't want to be ashamed of his woman. Now, when he go pick this woman for substance, mind, body, and spirit, the world said, she don't look as good as his ex. You know why? Because the ex look like everybody else, bitch, because she ashamed.
Woo!
The new woman
bring it
ain't
home,
ashamed.
bring it home, yes.
So she looking like herself. So he don't feel nothing about being with her. He don't feel nothing about being with her. Why, Javon? Because he is not ashamed that she's big. He's not ashamed that she don't have no ass. He's not ashamed that she's natural. He's not ashamed. You ever notice, think about it, the transgendered women look just like the black women. Now peep this. If I'm a man who wants to be a woman, when I shave my beard and mustache, I'll look at it and say, I got on this dress, I'm ashamed. Let me cover that beard up. Let me put the whole neck foundation on, right? Well, watch this. He can't look like a woman at all, but he has made himself up to look like Jessica Rabbit. Yeah. A caricature of a woman. And then our women say, let me look like that. And then the Nicki Minaj's and the Cardi B's of the world, that's who these guys who are ashamed of themselves go for. They want these women because they never got a perfect attendance trophy. They never made honor roll principals list. They never got all conference in basketball, football. So they need something wrong with them. Hey man, I ain't got a bad bitch on my arm. I'm ashamed. But that bitch look like the trainees. That's what you should be ashamed of. That's what you should be ashamed of. You should be ashamed that you like exactly the thing that shows this woman is ashamed. You go out here, you see all these brothers. They walk, talk, dress, act just a fucking like. Because they're ashamed to walk around in some Walmart clothes. See, I'm so opposite of most people. I don't be ashamed in Walmart clothes. I feel guilty when I buy expensive shit. Soon as I buy a pair of Nikes or something, I feel guilty because that could have went toward my life and my sustenance. I don't feel shame because I don't have Nikes. I don't feel shame because I don't have Louis. I feel guilty when I bought that shit. Man, let me take this goddamn shit back. Get my goddamn money back. What am I doing this for? Why am I acting like this? Why am I talking like this? Why am I behaving like this? I'm sorry. No, you're not sorry, you got caught. So, watch this. A person can go out and fuck somebody's wife, fuck somebody's husband, steal something from a relative, do exactly what they wanted to do. Take the money they stole and go on a vacation and have a great time with it. Soon as they get caught, they say they sorry. Okay, watch it. The shame makes them feel bad. Okay, I'm sorry, I stole from my grandma. I should have never did that. But when everybody leaves, they should have said, I just said that. I was looking. You know what I'm saying? Okay. Guess what they'll do? Still act sad. That shame will turn into guilt. You just fucking pimped yourself. You just really psychologized yourself. That's like if I go out and I steal $10 from somebody out their car. I bought a beer, some liquor, and a cigarette with it. I got high. I loved it. Right? They found out about it. Man, you stole my shit. Okay, you got me. I'm ashamed. I'm sorry. When they walk off and leave, what do? Pull the shit back out and start smoking on it again. I ain't really ashamed. Yeah. But a lot of people, when they get caught, they let that shame turn them into a place of guilt. Because when we don't want to be guilty, we gonna blame. So when a person get caught, oh yeah, you up here. Keisha fucked her best friend's husband. Oh, they've been fucking for months, taking trips. Oh, you up here in Greenland, you satisfied. Oh, y'all doing all the good shit, right?
Mm-hmm.
When the friend find out about it, you got to lie and say you shame.
Mm-hmm.
So now you're down here, shame.
Mm-hmm.
The way you bubble back up after you get caught is said, well, got caught. That's fucked up. People gonna think I'm a scumbag, but I really wanted to fuck a husband. Bubble on back up. But what we tend to do is when we get caught, we go down here.
Mm-hmm.
And instead of saying I'm caught, we start blaming.
Mm-hmm.
The shame makes us blame. See, if you're not guilty, you're what? Blaming on someone else.
Mm-hmm.
You get how this works? I'm not guilty. He did the shit.
Mm-hmm. When you blame, you feel shame.
So I'd rather be guilt than shame.
Mm-hmm.
Same way I'd rather be satisfied than happy.
Mm-hmm.
Because I can be guilty by myself in a room like this morning. Got in at 4:30, laid down. By the time I just getting sleep, it's 4:44. My guilt got my black ass up. Nobody would have saw it.
Mm-hmm.
Nobody would have saw it.
Mm-hmm.
When you put on a Spanx, you're shamed. Do you know, law of attraction, somebody love big women? Somebody love women with regular eyelashes. Somebody wants a natural haired woman. Somebody wants the gray in your beard, brother.
Mm-hmm.
You know, my brother came by here the other day. I said, man, you got the gray in your beard. Goddamn, I like that, bro. You look sexy as hell. Oh, man, I'm finna goddamn put my shit in this.
Gray is the new
I said,
60.
man, gray shows that you're getting older. He's ashamed of his growth. You ashamed of the gray hair? Why? Why? I don't get it. It's growth.
Mm-hmm.
I seen a lady at the store. I said, ma'am, you are fine. I know you was a fox, but you still fine now. She said, how do you think I am? The lady, I could tell because her neck was flabby. I said, about 48, 49. She said, boy, I'm 68. I said, wow. I said, you want to go out on a date? She said, ha, 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 ha. Then she said, well, I would, but I got to go by the beauty salon and get these grays dyed out. I said, man, don't nobody expect no woman your age to have black hair. She was light-skinned. And black hair don't look good on light-skinned women. That's just my personal opinion. Crystal is light-skinned. My daughter's light-skinned and she got dark hair. I don't like how girls look. You know, I like when women are light-skinned, they get the beige, the brown hair. It's just like when they got black hair, look like Jocelyn off Stevie J. You know how she be having that black hair, light-skinned? That shit look weird to me. But this lady, 68, then raised children, grandchildren, and she's shamed of her grave. I don't understand that. Stop letting shame drive you. Let guilt drive you. Guilt comes from the inside. No one has to be around for your true blue to wake you up and say, hey, you said you was going to do this. Hey, you said you wasn't going to do this. When you start moving for shame, it never works. I remember when me and my ex broke up, like I said, she had lost a couple of babies. She was depression eating and she had got big. And that motherfucker went to the gym and boy, she worked her goddamn ass off. And all she wanted to do was show me, look, I lost weight. I'm like, you must be guilty. Because you could have did that shit when we was together. All she wanted to show me was she lost weight. And guess what I said to shame her? I said, we still ain't small as when I met you. Then fuck her. Because it didn't matter to me. That's how it be. It always happens like this. Man and a woman break up. She hit the gym. I'm going to show him. Because really what she's saying to herself, I feel guilty that I had all this weight on me when we was together. And I think that had something to do with it. So I'm going to go show the world to get this shame off me. Satisfaction comes from the inside. Guilt comes from the inside. You can be satisfied by yourself with no one around. You can be guilty by yourself with no one around. Happiness comes from the outside. And shame comes from the outside. You need other people forces things and entities to be happy or shamed. Please, family, start engaging, listening to your true blue. That shame shit will not last. You're gonna fall off.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Get a good look at the board again. Oh, wow, Master Teacher. That was a great message. Give it up for the Master Teacher, y'all. I know y'all enjoying this Bears and Bubbles morning show. Come on, give him a right fist or something. Yes, yes, yes. It was some great comments people made. Jay Vegas said shame is external, guilt is internal. Monica said you can't be satisfied by an outside person, place, or thing. I think I paraphrased that a little bit, Monica. Mama Anda said deal with the shame and get rid of the guilt. Yeah. But great message. I love the way, but it's clearly when we think about words, we use these words and then we use words that we don't even know the true definition of, and then we let these words, drive us either way. And so the way you have been breaking down these words is just, I hope it brings you back to the beginning when you really touched on words. Like we really came to understand. A lot of people don't know what they're saying. The comprehension is way off. Like we're reading, but people are not comprehending the way they should be. And then we're using these words to narrate our lives. And that's why we're in the positions that we're in.
What are we using these words to do?
Narrate.
Yeah, you said narrate.
Narrate. It was narrate.
What people don't understand is this. They think I'm an asshole. Words are spells. When you go to school, the first thing they do, they teach you how to spell. So when you learn how to spell, if you spell the word wrong, you didn't cast the right spell. If you say the word wrong, you didn't cast the right spell. So when we say words like guilt and shame, if we don't understand the true meaning of it, we won't be able to cast the right spell. Man, I feel guilty about this shit. I need to stop this shit. I'm guilty. Man, I'm ashamed. When you're ashamed, you're going to keep going long as you can hide it. See, when you say, I'm guilty, my inner me is vexed. I'm guilty about this by myself in the room. Nobody has to fucking know. I am guilty.
Exactly.
But when you say, man, I did that shit, I felt the shame, I guarantee you won't stop. Because your mind is latching on to the word of shame. You're literally saying and you're meaning what you're saying. I feel a way because I got caught. But before I got caught, I was full fucking speed ahead. Think about it. Niggas sell dope all the time. They ain't never turned themselves in for selling dope. Niggas buy pussy all the time. One day the John don't wake up and say, man, I've been buying too much pussy. I'm going to the cops, turn myself in and cause I'm guilty. No, the John buys pussy until he gets caught and gets ashamed.
Okay.
John don't feel guilty about buying pussy, cheating on his wife. He don't feel no guilt for that. Think about this. Just really think about what I'm saying. You're out here. Let's use both examples. You're out here selling dope to your people. You're perpetuating crime, violence, fatherhoodness, all that shit. And you don't feel no guilt about driving through the decimated communities that you have decimated. But the same nigga will get out of prison and be too shamed to work at McDonald's.
Wow.
The very same way. You don't feel no fucking guilt going out here, buying some pussy from a prostitute, sticking your dick in a strange woman. I hope you strapped up. You don't care nothing about how your wife feel. You don't care nothing about jeopardizing your family. You don't care nothing about that. No guilt at all. The second they put your ass in the newspaper, Javon got caught buying pussy. Ooh, golly. That'll make me stop now. That'll make me stop. You know what I'm saying? Somebody said guilt makes you face the reality of what you did. You know you didn't feel shit while you were doing it. So why feel exactly? That guilt,
Guilt is the accountability.
that guilt is the thing on the inside that won't leave your black ass alone. And even if you don't change, guess what you're gonna do? You going down to the goddamn Debbie land. You going to Debbie land. If that guilt, if you don't go with your guilt is really you.
Okay.
Guilt is really you telling yourself, hey man, tighten up. Tighten up, man. Tighten up. If you see it as shame, all you're worrying about the world looking. Like I said, I'm gonna say this one last time so people can clearly get it. You can do something and nobody see it. And guilt can make you change your ways. You get it? Guilt is the thing that say, you're going against what I am. You're going against what I want to be. I'm your blue dot. I want to be like this. I want to be like that. Your blue dot is saying, I want to go back to school. I don't care if it's going to take me 3 semesters. I want to go back to school. And then a part of you say, well, I'm ashamed to start all over. I'm ashamed to go in there with them kids. You know what I'm saying? That inner you're not going to be at peace until you go back to school. You're going to be miserable. You have to listen to guilt. You have to listen to guilt. You have to listen to guilt and let it lead you and guide you because that's you. That's you. That's your inner true blue saying, hey, you're taking my motherfucking body, my ego, my yellow. You're taking me somewhere I don't want to go. Last night, my blue dot was saying, hey, don't you let these motherfuckers shame you into putting something in you that I don't want to have today. I probably would have throwed up. Could have got a drunk driving ticket on the way home. Anything. My blue was trying to save me yesterday.
Yep.
It was trying to save me. Your guilt is trying to save your life.
Yeah.
That's what people don't understand. Why you think they say you get a gut feeling? Man, I had a gut feeling I shouldn't have got that kilo. Yeah. You goddamn right. Your inner you was saying something to happen, nigga. See, y'all don't remember we tuned in, tapped in, turned on to the universe. We ready to be ready. So my inner me was saying, man, don't drink tonight, bro. And I won the fucking $600 playing the game. So maybe them niggas, that might be my strategy. Maybe them niggas get drunk and I ain't cheat or nothing, but shit was just going my way that night. I was satisfied. That inner you was saying, hey, I'm trying to save your black ass. And you like, well, as long as I don't get caught and be ashamed, I'm cool with it.
Yeah, Rodney says shame says learn to hide it better.
Exactly. That's what I'm telling you. Shame is going to keep on. Shame is going to get up and post a picture of when you walked last week saying it's today. I remember was a girl in this Bears and Bubbles class, and I'm not talking about anybody specifically, but if people remember her. If y'all don't remember her, you get the example. She got on Bears and Bubbles, and you know how people get on Bears and Bubbles. She said her whatever, and she was so excited, and she was getting up. Oh, yes, I'm working out. And I don't know how she wasn't ashamed the way her body was looking on the live. You know, when you in a push-up position, your stomach hang, your titties hang. I don't know how she wasn't ashamed, but she was getting that attention. So she worked out probably 7 days in a row and quit the fucking class. Ain't never come back because she couldn't do it no more. She felt the shame. Do she really think that we basing our life on if she posts her walking video or not? She quit the class. Yeah. She was just ashamed, man. She was just ashamed. So what you have to understand is that inner you will save your life. Last night could have been a situation where it could have been a roadblock. Anything. When you listen to that inner you, it's guiding you. Wrap it up for me, Chris.
Well, again, I mean, great class. I mean, you know, all these things that we require to happen to us to make us feel some type of way, it's just really idiotic because you're leaving the outside world to manipulate and dictate how you feel, act, think, believe about yourself. And nobody knows you but your true you. And so to get off course in your life, to be down in Debbie land, to be depressed, which is really just cognizant dissonance, cognitive dissonance, right? That's you trying to convince yourself that you don't feel and know exactly what you feel and know based on what other people or you think other people say about you. Like this is just, it just don't make any sense. So again, what I always say that I love about this class, this show, is that you're giving practical ways to apply these frames of thought that can make us successful in every area of our lives. So, yeah, thank you again for a great word.
Well, as y'all can see, you can PayPal us at J Clark Products. You can Zelle us at, I got my first Zelle yesterday, 292-5374. Again, you can Zelle us at 919-292-5374. And you can Cash App us at The Master Teacher. You can Cash App us at The Master Teacher. If you like this class, if you tuned in, tapped in, turned on, send us something to help us keep this thing going. Share. If you can't send nothing, share. Tell a friend, tell somebody, put somebody on the class. I had a sister that I'm very close to that's in the class. I said, well, I never see you say anything about the class or share the class and da. And guess what? She ashamed of me. She ashamed. She talked all around in the circle, but really, she's just ashamed because people see me on Facebook as a loud, yelling guy, and she ashamed to say, yo, I watched the nigga class, and he's very intelligent, and he's life-giving, and he's funny, and he really gives me a message. She won't share me because she's ashamed of me. And hey, it is what it is. That's her. You know what I'm saying? And shit, until she get maybe she don't never gonna share me, but I don't know. Shit, I won't trying to make her feel guilty. I was just like, hey, I saw you. I noticed you never share, and you be in class number one fucking student sometimes. You know what I'm saying?
Well, with the example you gave with the father who don't want to see his child, I think that message goes across either way. Like either you're a man that has experienced that and had to make that decision, or you're a woman that's trying to figure out why this man don't want to come around his children. And to let shame maneuver that and don't let you be able to have the chance to share the joy and it's just again, it's just terrible.
Yeah, it's sad, man, because a lot of everything is shame. You know what I'm saying? I talk, I do one-on-ones. So if you want to do a one-on-one, you can hit my email, Javon M. Clark. I'm gonna have to put that up. And a lot of times couples that had babies can't co-parent because a lot of times the man is ashamed because he don't have. Because if he could have provided, the motherfucker wouldn't have just ran off and been a deadbeat. A lot of the times the man is ashamed because he can't have or don't have to give. And a lot of time women be ashamed because it's like, I done scream single mother and badmouth this nigga so much. I don't want nobody to know we friends, co-parent, trying to work shit out.
You know what's funny about that? When you always say, who's the they? Because we still assume that people are saying and caring about what we're doing. So we are giving them, we're giving them the narrative that they may not have even said.
Yeah, I before I get out of here, I can't remember it real. My granddaddy said when I was in my 20s, I didn't care about life at all. He said when I was in my 30s, he said I started caring about how people saw me. He said when he hit his 40s, he realized ain't nobody fucking watching me. And he said when he hit his 50s, he just didn't give a fuck about nothing no more. So like he said, when he was in his 20s, he didn't care at all. When he got in his 30s, you in your 30s, you're supposed to get a house and a car. So you start caring about what people think. And then when you get in your 40s, it's like, ain't nobody goddamn looking at me. But it's that proverbial shame that we are so afraid of, that we actually think that we can hear the silent applause or the silent booze.
And actually, it show you how you think about people.
Exactly.
Right? If you think good things about people, you won't even assume all this bad stuff. So, guys, it show you where your heart and your mind is at.
You already know it.
You already know.
We are gonna get
You
out of
already
here,
know,
family.
y'all.
I
Oh, did
got
we
a
get?
meeting.
Oh, that's right. We're not gonna do the call in person today. I don't even know.
Yeah, I got
the
a
sixth
meeting. I
person.
gotta
That's
go.
right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Go get the baby while we play this song out.
Okay.
Yeah, man. I think I've had a good week teaching class. I've had a good week. I've been accountable. I tell y'all, before class, do something before class. Decide, be at the computer ready because you just finished doing something for yourself. Remember, I said if you love yourself, you got a lot of responsibilities and a lot of duties. So pay yourself first. Pay yourself first. Pay yourself first. Pay yourself first. If you don't do anything during the day, I promise you will be satisfied if you pay yourself first. Y'all got that? So let's get out of here. Next week, I'm going to have all the music set up like it need to be. But we going to get on out of here to some goddamn, ooh, if I had wings, I would fly.
Okay. Hey,
Go hard.
hey, hey,
Give it everything you got. You hear me?
hey.
Work hard. Work hard. Work hard at deciding what's going to satisfy you. Nobody knows it. You understand? When you decide what you're going to do to satisfy yourself, nobody knows it. So shame don't play a factor in that. Guilt don't eat your ass up. Guilt, listen to yourself. But don't set too lofty of a goal. 150 push-ups right now, that's just my goal per day. It's not a lofty goal. I can do 25 at a time now. So I did 50 one day, but maybe that was a great day. But I can do 25 at a time now. And I have to do 6 sets of 25. That's my goal. And if I don't do that, I'm going to feel like a fucking fool. But guess what? I guarantee you as time go by, you're going to start seeing my ego, my body change. And you're going to know Master Teacher doing them goddamn push-ups. He got his routine back. Love y'all, family. Boop, boop. Say bye-bye, baby. My baby. Love y'all, fam. See y'all Monday morning at 9 o'clock. Please Cash App, do something. Zelle, PayPal us. Help keep this thing going. Peace.